Philippines' fastest and best mobile network. All it takes are 3 easy steps. First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider. Visit our website or any smart store near you. Lastly, activate your smart MNP SIM and you're ready to go. Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power of smart.
Level up na.
Before Rain or Shine's previous game, the last time James Yap played was last September 30, 2021. Nakausap ko si James about that and he mentioned na syempre exciting pa din pero may halo pa din talaga na pressure especially after being gone for so long. Ang sabi naman ni Coach Yang Giao tungkol sa pagbabalik ni James that if there's anything positive to get from their first game, it would be that he brings a lot to the table and is showing a different kind of confidence on the floor that could possibly help the rest of the players in Rain or Shine. But with James entering the team again, there's still a lot that needs to be improved, especially after that loss. Ang sabi niya na this time around, kailangan ayusin ang depensa, do better on their outside shooting, and create better shot opportunities. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat for that report, Miss Bea. Of course, big game James Yap. You know, a very important player in the history of Philippine basketball. One of the best to ever do it.
Couldn't believe he still gets nervous coming back.
That's the strange thing.
But I guess it's being away from the game and playing on the floor. It really requires a lot of timing and getting into the flow of the offense of your team. So that in itself would really pose a problem every now and then just to get into the flow and the chemistry with the team.
Yeah, iba pa rin yung game shape eh. Iba yung game speed. Iba yung game speed talaga eh. Mikey Williams, his speed is also nakakaiba. So is this guy right here, Jason Castro.
Where is he? I can't see him.
Medyo blurry. Oh, medyo blurry.
But you know what? Going back to James, he was actually lucky that he had a good shot. He had a good showing in his his comeback game. Because the hardest part about the comeback game is if your shots don't fall early, then the struggle may continue. But the nice thing about James, he was very effective in that previous game against Meralco, and that's the reason why it's easy for him to recover the confidence right away, just like Jason Castro.
Well, Jason Castro is never short of confidence, no matter who he plays and where he plays, where in the world he plays. Quals, good position down low, puts it up, the hoop and the harm for the import of the Rain or Shine in last painting turns.
He was already defended very well by MGR, plus upside with Justin Chua. The thing right here, see, he had the nice front, but na late yung defense dun ni Justin Chua. That's why it was so easy for Quals already to finish.
And there's that layup by Jason Castro. Pati yung slow-mo, mabilis pa rin si Jason.
Kailangan bawasan mo yung speed talaga.
Kailangan talaga. Super slow-mo. Just to be able to get a glimpse of the blur. Justin Chua. Looking for a teammate. There it is. There's Mikey.
Pressure defense right there. And denial.
MGR taps it over to Mikey Williams. Mikey over to Jason. Castro for 3. And it's going to be short. Quals with another rebound.
He plucked that ball above the rim.
That was above the square of the backboard. Quals puts it up. No good. Too strong. Hudson back in the game. Gets the board. Hudson dribbles it off his foot. Straight to MGR. Here's Mikey. Stolen by Norwood. Here comes Gabe on the break. Gabe, nice pass to Quals. Quals puts it up and in.
See, he loves that ham time in the air. He just goes hard at the basket, and even if he was challenged by a fellow import, he was still able to absorb the contact and finish.
Speaking of absorbing the contact, Hudson there fouled on the three-point shot. That's going to be called on Ildefonso. As we take a look at this fast break, nice pass by Gabe Norwood.
You can count the hand time in seconds. How long can he stay up in the air? Coach Yang is assigning young players, especially to the league. The Muses was one. Sean Ildefonso is another one. again, I just wanted to share when I was starting out in the league.
Yeah.
That was the assignment that Coach Chieng that gave to me. And I had to guard 6'5", 6'6" imports in the early years of my career. And that's something that I feel was really the turning point and the reason why Coach Chieng would give me minutes, because I was able to get the job done at that certain game that nobody else was able to do.
Yeah, he does give you confidence by throwing you in the fire, so to speak.
He'll feed you to the lions then early.
Yeah, learn to swim with the sharks.
If you know how to swim with the sharks, then you will get minutes.
Qual starting to heat up early on in this ball game. Rain or shine now ahead, 14-11.
The nice part about Quas is he is able to adapt into the system of Coach Chieng when he has all the freedom to really take the shots.
Yeah, Hudson there hitting that step back triple, tying the ball game at 14 all.
Sean Ildefonso has to really read the way Hudson has really been playing, or how he really is more effective on offense.
Qual's taking it strong, fouled there by MGR. Oh, Jason is going to be called on the blur. But you can see the confidence is building, right? He pulls up from the top of the key, drills that long jumper, and now he's going to head to the free throw line. And here's Hudson's answer to that step back triple. It's a close one over at the Inares Center in Antipolo. It's 14 all, 2:42 left in the opening period.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos at bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang, nagliliyak, nagniningnig. Mapatipunan, ang kamunan, laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon natin tayo dito. Everybody, let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
Things started out rough for both of these teams on offense, but things have picked up here late in the first. Retired at 14. Quals at the free throw line takes care of that second one. 2:39 left to go in the opening period. Here's Hudson attacking the defense, blocked by Quals. Justin Chua puts it up, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds in favor of TNT.
Yeah, I like the way Rain or Shine is really challenging shots inside. When you look at the team, they're not really loaded with a lot of bigs. Even their threes and twos are not a stall, of course, unless Gabe Norwood is on the floor. So that's really the difference, and still they are able to really compete with a very tall team like TNT.
Castro blocked by Quals. Here's Ildefonso. Straight to the cup, puts it up and in.
He will definitely get a lot of minutes, especially that he's assigned to the import and he's helping out on offense.
Hudson absorbs the contact, can't finish, and here comes the Elasto Painters. Quals lets it fly from distance, gets it to fall.
He's really feeling it. This is a different Michael Quals that I have covered in his very first game against Meralco.
He may equal his point output already here in the first period.
He equals it already. He has equaled his performance. And yes, I definitely agree with you, Gino. He's really playing a lot better compared to the first game.
You can see it in the bounce, right? The way the body language is there.
That last game, I mean, he and Coach Chieng were, there were some instances when he got subbed out. there was some kind of body language that I've seen that that wasn't as good, to see between a coach and a player. But then I guess things like that happen in the game because he's playing more inspired basketball here.
Norbert from downtown, no good. Rain or shine on a run here. Mikey Williams to Justin Chua, baseline jumper, still nothing there for TNT. They've been a little bit of a drought right now. Here's Gabe, pulls up for three. Misses that one, he gets his own rebound. Asisio from distance. Ildefonso with the board. Ildefonso puts it up, can't finish. Chua clears it. RR waiting for Mikey. Back to Pogoy. Pogoy goes baseline, puts it up. Too strong. Wow.
Both Pogoy and Mikey were gun shy there that last play.
Norbert uses the glass, can't finish. We go the other way.
He's got to finish those. That's supposed to be easy baskets for Norbert Torres.
Pogoy, corner triple money.
And that's the reason why I'm surprised he passed on the opportunity after Mikey kicked it out to him.
Qualls has played well here in the opening period, and his team is ahead 20-17. 2-second difference, shot clock and game clock. And Justin Chua gives up the foul nearly at half court. They do have fouls to give here in the opening period.
Stat line of Qualls, 13.7 rebounds in this quarter alone.
In the first game, he had 14 points and 15 rebounds, so it's almost there.
He's there. Yeah, he is a lot. I'm pretty sure Coach Cheng and him, they iron things out.
Nag-heart-to-heart sila. Qualls, no good for the desperation triple. And Mikey's not even going to attempt from the half court. But at the end of one, Michael Qualls and the Rain or Shine Elaso Painters looking good. Look at that, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 50% from the floor for the import of the Rain or Shine Elaso Painters. This is a different, I wouldn't say this is different. This is the Michael Qualls that we've seen before.
Exactly, yes. That's a way to put it because, he was really a very effective import back then.
And it's 20-17, Rain or Shine at the end of one.
Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any smart store near you. Lastly, activate your smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Hanggang alabaha, di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningning. Mapatupunan, ang kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alburo to. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Game tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito, let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito, let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power,
Q2 underway. This is the smart coverage of your PBA with Gene Rufino together with Coach Eric Reyes. Rain or shine, Norbert Torres made sure about that one. We go ahead 22-17 early on here in the second period. Cobontin over to Mikey Williams, wide open from the corner. That's money.
That's really way too easy for Mikey Williams, especially when he is free. from the three-point line.
Let's see if Mikey can have his own version of a bounce-back game. Stingray hits the deck.
It's a scary slip right there.
Yeah, you can see it. That right foot looked like he actually turned an ankle, but this guy's a tough cookie.
Conditioning and a lot of strengthening and weight training.
Yeah.
You really have to prepare your body because there will be situations in the game wherein accidents do happen.
Stingray takes care of that first free throw. Sa mga ka-PBA na tutok sa radyo, may bagong bahay ang PBA sa radyo on Radio Pilipinas, DOS Sports Radio 918 AM every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. PBA sa radyo, game tayo dito. So my Tagalog sounded a little off there in the very beginning, but I thought I got it right towards the end.
It sounded pretty good, Gino, because you complimented me to start out this game.
Okay,
so I have to return the
Maraming
favor.
salamat, Eric Reyes. Maraming salamat.
Pwede
na yun. Sige. Jason Castro over to Mikey Williams. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mikey, tough shot, no good. Rebound in the hands of Stingray Nambatak. Nambatak pull up. Teardrop off the glass is good.
Yeah, I like the way Rainer Shan has been collapsing on defense. Every time there is an interior attack by TNT or a drive like what Jason Castro is doing.
And Jason had to bounce it off the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters there just to save the possession.
And that high looper of teardrop by Nambatak really looked really nice right there.
26-20 is the score. 10:35 left here in the first half. Mikey Williams, not sure what he was doing there. Gives it over to Justin Chua. And the ball is going to go back to the Elasto Painters.
Varile got trapped under or on the sideline, or the baseline rather.
That's going to be a foul on Torres. And Justin Chua made sure that well, let's take a look at this once again. Well, Justin tried to sell it.
Well, Justin tried to get into his head.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure.
So
it could be a flop.
Yeah, he was called for flopping.
So I'm trying to figure out, was the push really that hard?
No. I mean, Norbert Torres is a strong dude, but Justin Chua is also a pretty big human being.
They're both huge.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way
he fell.
Yes, the way Norbert tried to just to push off a bit just to get the ball, to get some separation. I guess that's how the referees interpreted the action of Justin Chua.
He was called for flopping there, as a turnover goes to the Rainer Shine Elasto Painters as Nambatak loses it to the baseline.
Varilla was really playing great defense right there. That was fundamentally sound in my opinion because he was able to really slide and stay in front of Rainer Batak.
Here's Castro. Castro, fouled by Asisio. Jason Castro, still going strong.
You talk about quickness. He's definitely blessed with a lot of quickness.
Yep. Let's turn over to Bea for this report.
Some player updates for both teams. Calvin Oftano will not be seeing action tonight for TNT as he is currently under health and safety protocols. Now, over on the side of Rain or Shine, Gian Muyak suffered a left ankle sprain last game, so there is still some pain and swelling, so total rest was advised tonight. As for Santi Santillan, last January 19, he tweaked his right ankle. According to Santi, though, he has been starting to practice 5-on-5 already, so we can expect him to play in their next match. Gentlemen, balik sa inyo.
Thank you for that report, Bea, as Jewel scores in the give and go action. And those are a lot of the three young stars, I want to say, for both of these teams not seeing action.
Yes, and also when you talk about Santillan, the reason why they get beat off the boards badly in the previous game because Santi wasn't there. Santi could have at least, even if they will get really beat off the boards, it's not going to be that big.
Yeah.
Because Santi is also a good rebounder. Now, on the part of Mamuyak, when he got injured, he was playing so well, he was defending, he was scoring. Unfortunately, he forgot to tape his ankles.
Ooh.
Unless he doesn't really tape his ankles. But minalas because the ankle that was injured, the coach shot's right there behind the bench. But that's the ankle that really got twisted with the one with no tape.
Look at the connection here. Justin Chu and Kelly Williams, both of them with 10 points in their first outing.
Chua will really come in handy, especially Poy Eram is still not available.
That's right.
And of course, Oftana, they need Oftana back. Both TNT and even Gilas.
That's right, absolutely.
Yes, because the window's about to start in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And he definitely, hopefully, recovers right away.
Stingray ng Batak continues the hot hand here in the second period with a triple para sa Rain or Shine as they go ahead by 9 points. RR got himself in trouble there. 6 seconds on the shot clock para sa Rain or Shine. Kib puts it up and it's gonna go the other way. Batak.
The spacing that Rain or Shine had in that transition attack wasn't that good. But, the bad part there is TNT fouled ng Batak off that drive.
Let's take a look at Stingray from distance.
He's really playing great, especially here in the Governor's Cup.
(31-22) is a score with 8:48 left to go here in the first half. And let's turn over to Bea for another report.
Players naturally play with some kind of motivation. For Ray ng Batak, he is playing with 2 today. Ray tried to recall the last time he played a game on his birthday, and funnily enough, never daw siya naglaro on his exact birth date until now. Unfortunately, when it comes to plans to celebrate, he says it will have to wait after hearing some unfortunate news within the family. But despite all that, Ray says that today he comes in with a light feeling and added motivation, playing on his birthday for the first time and dedicating this game for his tito. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you for that report, Ms. Bea.
And that's difficult right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's something going on with the family, it will be definitely in his mind. But of course, we wish the family well. And of course, especially if Batak's playing inspired basketball right now because he's really offering it to an uncle.
But minsan ganun, di ba? Parang if you wanna, it's an escape sometimes that you need, and when you're on the basketball floor, you're focused on basketball and not really much else.
Especially if the uncle of Nambatak is also one who influenced him to really play basketball. Then of course there will be a lot of emotions right there that will really be going through his mind.
Also, happy birthday to Stingray Nambatak as well. Here's Gabe Norwood. Jewel from downtown, no good. Hudson with the board. Hudson pulls up from distance, short. Walls back in here for Rain or Shine. Montalvo fouls him to stop the break.
Hudson doesn't seem to be as effective as he was in the previous game.
Well, you mentioned the defense of Rain or Shine. It's been bothering some of the offense of TNT. And here he is. Big game, James Yap.
Quite similar to the same time that he entered the Meralco game, around the 7-minute mark. I just wonder if his constituents from San Juan are also here in the Inares Center Antipolo.
I have a feeling some of them are there.
Of
course, James Yap has fans everywhere here dito sa Pilipinas. We go back to Quals against Pogoy. Fadeaway jumper short, but there's going to be a foul called an RR.
Not really a good foul right there. I mean, all you have to do, you cannot literally any touch the shooter, especially if he's already taking that shot.
Parang pinahirapan mo na sa fadeaway shot tapos na-foul mo pa.
You know, well, sometimes, it's not really intentionally planned by Pogoy. But look at this. This is really anemic compared to what he's really doing now. He's got 0 of 9 from the three-point line. And today he has a couple of threes already that he has made in this game.
He's helped Rain or Shine get a 10-point lead here with 7:24 left in the first half. And there is a timeout on the floor. And it's a full timeout called by the TNT Tropang Giga. We'll be right back.
When you have the power of the fastest speed. When you have the power of the widest coverage. You get the best overall experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
And best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch.
Nakakaangas, napakatalas ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang, nagliliyat, nagniningning. Kapatipunan, ang kamunan, laban kong laban sa bayanan, isang bansa, isang bansa.
34-24 is the score with 7:15 left here in the first half. Mikey Williams over to Kip Montalvo for 3. That's short. Quals with the rebound. If you're just joining us, Michael Quals has already equaled, or surpassed, I should say, his points and rebounds total from his first game in the Governor's Cup. And he's adding an assist right there with a pass to Big Bo Belga for the bucket.
Well, so far, Ross has the number of TNT, and they are able to dictate what they want on the floor.
Mikey sends it over to Hudson. Hudson, tough shot.
He's still missing like those point-blank shots. He had 26 attempts in the first time that he played Phoenix previously.
Quals, he's got Montalvo in front of him. Draws the foul. He's going to head back to the free throw line. Kib saying his hands were just straight up.
And Quals is the type of a player that he wants to continuously initiate the contact. You know, that was also his problem against Meralco. He tried to initiate the contact a couple of times, but he was never, given any fouls. He was not able to draw any fouls in the last game.
He does miss that first free throw. Second miss from the free throw line for Michael Quals. And of course, Michael Quals. Nice bounce back game for him so far here in the first half. We showed you his numbers earlier, what he did in the first game. 37-24 is the score. We're almost halfway through the second period. Here's Machine Gun. Back to Hudson. Hudson's been kind of stopped here by Gabe Norwood and company. 7 seconds in the shot clock. Montalvo spins. Nice pass down low to RR Pogoy for 2.
Montalvo was about to get blocked there, but in the last minute, the quick read of a point guard was he was still able to have a nice dish under the basket.
Quals being guarded by Pogoy right now. Qualls to the basket. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Blocked by Pogoy.
He wanted to slam it right there. But it took a while for him to get up.
And Big Bo Belga hit the triple from the top of the key. It's 40-26 right now for Rain or Shine.
Rain or Shine is shooting the ball very well. Their TNT was able to make a stop right there already. And yet when they were able to retrieve that ball, they still could finish.
Kelly wants to answer on the other end and does.
And this is what's scary, Gino, when TNT starts to get all those shots from the outside to fall.
Belga. Seven seconds in the shot clock here para sa Rain or Shine. Here's Qualls, 4 seconds. He doesn't know it. He's about to lose this possession. He lets it fly as time expires. That's short. Hudson sends it over to Jason Castro. Castro over to Montalvo. Back to Jason. Jason back to Kim. He swing it over to RR. RR one dribble in to Castro. Castro blocked by Belga.
Wow, you know, Rain or Shine, he really has great interior defense for this game.
And big game, James Yap scores his first bucket of the game.
How can you not get inspired when you have a veteran teammate like that come in the last 7 minutes of the second quarter? And at least, you know, it's been 3 minutes ago that he came in and he was able to contribute here.
James Yap, once upon a time, was the face of Philippine basketball. As we take a look at this perfect timing by Big Bo Belga. And then on the other end, defense creates offense. Big game James Yap making little work of Kib Montalvo's defense for that easy layup.
He still has that quick move right there.
Karakot back in the game here, as well as Tongkab. Qualls. He's got Kelly in front of him. Qualls. Now with Big Bo against Cobontin. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
He made Cobontin eat his elbow.
Okay, he admitted to that foul right there.
I won't be too nice anymore. Pinakain ng siko. Put it bluntly already.
Let's take a look at this.
See like that
spin?
See,
yeah, right there.
See, once you spin and you hit the guy defending you with your elbow upon the, spinning, and that's definitely going to be an offensive foul.
It brings in Mark Borboran, who also had a good defensive outing when he was in the game earlier in the first period. Tongkab. Still with Tongkab. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Looking for Kelly to get it to him against Borboran. Kelly, fadeaway jump shot, no good. And here comes the Elasto Painters. Gabe, over to Qualls. Qualls, and it's going to stay with the Elasto Painters.
That pass of Kelly was tough to be able to, thread the needle right there.
With 3:03 left in the first half, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters playing well here, 42-29.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
And best mobile network.
it takes are 3 easy steps. First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider. Visit our website or any smart store near you. Lastly, activate your smart MNP SIM
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power of smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala. Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at takos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningnig. Mapatupunan, meron kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to.
Welcome back. Karakot misses that 3-point attempt. And it looks like Tongkap's going to be called for a foul here.
Could be a good call right there. I say it's a good call because when Rainer Shine took that ball, the bump happened when the ball came off the rim.
Yeah.
And when that happens, you're dislodging a player who's already in a very good position. Gawain ko kasi nung araw yun.
Michael Qual, 17 points, 10 boards, 2 blocks already here. And we still have 2:51 left to go in the first half. Very different game from his first outing this conference. Hudson cannot buy a basket.
He's definitely struggling right now. If we are talking about good things about Michael Qualls, it's a lot different from what's happening to Jalen Hudson.
Castro going to be fouled by Big Game. You know what's amazing about James Yap? His hair is never out of place. Parang ganun pa rin eh. But when he's running around the court, kahit the whole game, tapos ganyan pa rin yung hair niya.
I'm bitter too, you know. I wish I had the same luxury of having hair that's never dislodged from the...
Parang ganun pa rin eh.
Oh.
There's a Covington triple, no good, in and out. Look at
Big
Michael.
rebound.
Wow, Sky for the
nice
rebound.
steal there.
But Jason Costa picks his pocket. And Tongkap can't get the bounce. Another rebound for Qualls. Here's Big Game. Over to Karakot for 3. Rebound Tongkap. And Qualls is going to be called for that personal reach in.
This is a big 18-point lead here for Rainer Shine. TNT only was, able to produce 29 points in 2 quarters at this stage of the game.
How much of that would you say is the defense of Rainer Shine or the offense of TNT?
I would still give credit to defense of Rainer Shine.
Yeah.
Although TNT had some good looks that they just simply couldn't hit the basket. So it's a combination of both, I would say. But then, at least someone has to really, pick up the conscience and start to score here and just spark the team up.
Here's Qualls. Over to Karakot. You see the 3-point field goals there of both teams. Borboran puts it up inside the paint. That's good.
That's great passing there by Andre Karakot. He was able to at least misdirect that pass and hit the flash in the middle.
It looks like Jason Castro is trying to spark the offense of TNT right now. Jason Castro at the free throw line. In and out on that first free throw. You can see the numbers there. the two titos of TNT, Jason Castro and Kelly Williams against
10 points
Phoenix.
each, yes. You know, if in a ball club, if you have the Tito score a lot, you know, are able to contribute, just like Big Game James. I mean, those guys are still able to contribute, you know, despite the number of years that they have played already in the league. That's big because at least it really shows their professionalism and the way that they can pull, you know, the younger guys to, you know, emulate them.
And they don't get much better than those three too. Jason Castro, Kelly Williams, and James Yap.
They have proven so
they
much
have proven.
in Philippine basketball and even in international
yeah, all three of them.
also.
All three of them have. Mikey Williams, second three-pointer of the ball game for him.
You know, TNT just has to buckle down on defense and not really get into an exchange of baskets against rain or shine, because right now TNT is doing a better job. They're only down 13 points.
The timeout's going to be called there by Coach Jojo Lastimosa. 30-second timeout. They work their way to a possible last shot here in the first half.
They need to take advantage of situations like this, Gino, because you know you want to come in, rather you want to end the quarter on a good note and at least pick up things for the third quarter.
All-Star voting has already begun. Vote for your favorite PBA All-Stars. You can actually do this at the venues, and you can also do it online. I do believe the PBA app and the website will lead you to a place where you can vote for the All-Stars. There it is. There's the website right there on your screens. It's going to be happening over in Iloilo City, the city of love. Cast your vote until February 15. Speaking of City of Love, no? February 15 talaga yung deadline.
Yes.
The day after Valentine's.
Sakto.
Sakto.
Was it really intentional? That
Feeling ko intentional yun.
Diba? Sakto talaga eh. Pero galing, no? The way they are able to set a deadline and they time it at Valentine or the day after Valentine's.
And Iloilo, great venue for an All-Star weekend.
You know, whenever the PBA goes on out-of-town tournament or games, I mean the fans, you know, you see really the smile of all the people where the PBA plays.
Here's Hudson. Hudson runs into Big Bo. He's got to get rid of it. 2 seconds in the shot clock, and they couldn't get a shot up. Out of timeout, they are going to be forced to a shot clock violation.
I didn't really see any movement on the part of TNT. They did not move that defense, and of course, Coach Jojo will definitely be disappointed there because it came from a timeout and nothing happened.
Went to Hudson, and that was it. So instead of them getting the last shot, rain or shine, and actually has 2 seconds here. That's a lot of time to get a shot up. This was once an 18-point lead in the second period. TNT went on a little bit of a run to cut things down to 13. And you heard Coach Yang, they're in penalty. Karakot lets it fly. And that's how the first half is going to end. Great bounce back first half para kay Michael Qualls. As the Rain or Shine El Lasso Painters looking to get their first win of the conference. It's 49-36. Rain or Shine at the break.
When you have the power of the fastest speed. When you have the power of the widest coverage. You get the best overall experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
And best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Kung kang alabaha, di bale. Walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumigina ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningnig. Mapatipunan, pero kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansak. Alam mo to, laro mo to. Wag na mag-alburo to. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro. Ambisyon na, yung tayo dito. Everybody, let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
And best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Kung kang alabaha, di bale. Walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumigina ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningnig. Mapatipunan, pero kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansak. Alam mo to, laro mo to. Wag na mag-alburo to. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro. Ambisyon na, yung tayo dito. Everybody, let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
And best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Kung kang alabaha, di bale. Walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumigina ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningnig. Mapatipunan, pero kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansak. Alam mo to, laro mo to. Wag na mag-alburo to. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro. Ambisyon na, yung tayo dito. Everybody, let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power of the fastest experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power.
Happy Friday mga ka-PBA. I'm Bea Escudero and you're watching the 47th season of the PBA Governors Cup. We are at the halftime mark of the ball game between the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters and the TNT Tropang Giga. The score now is 49-36 in favor of the Elasto Painters. But before we get back to the exciting PBA action, mga ka-PBA, humanda na kayo para sa kauna-unahang PBA All-Star Weekend since 2019. The PBA All-Star Weekend returns on March 9 to 12 and will go to Pasay City in Iloilo. Vote for your top 24 players para maging part ng All-Star Game. The top 2 vote getters will be named as team captains at sila naman ang pipili ng tig 11 players mula sa top 24 vote getters para maging kakampi nila. Pati na rin ang coaches ang pipiliin by voting. Mayroon din rookies, sophomores, and juniors games and other all-star activities. Kaya naman mga ka-PBA, make your voices heard and go to the PBA website for more details. Ngayon naman, punta naman tayo sa much-awaited FIBA Basketball World Cup. Ayan na nga po, only a few more days at sasabak na muli ang pambato ng Pilipinas sa FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers sa February 24 and 27. Abangan ang mga magsisipaglaro. Para sa Gilas, Pilipinas, babanggain ng koponan ang bansang Lebanon sa February 24 at February 27 naman. Lalaban against bansang Jordan at 6 p.m. live. Tutukan ng 6th window ng 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers dito sa TV5 at One Sports. A big name that is back here in the PBA is James Yap. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. James Yap is back here in the PBA for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Now let's all watch this.
Yap, using one of his million moves. James Yap announcing his return to the PBA. James Yap. Oh, man. This is vintage James.
I think his performance, in one word to sum it all up, spectacular. So we're here to support James Yap. Of course, he is a counselor for the city of San Juan. He is our fellow counselor. And it brings me so much joy to see him out on the court, playing the way he is playing now, because I see genuinely how happy he is.
He is really having that hot hand at this stage.
Everyone missed James Yap.
Talagang nag-aabol, workout, extra shooting, lahat na lang ginagawa. Parang papamasad, para lang walang sasakit sa katawan. So kailangan alagaan talaga. Alagaan talaga. Para walang bigla na lang, uy, masakit ah. Bilang sumakit ah. Ganun. So kailangan sa panahon yun, kailangan ingatan mo na yung katawan mo.
He's able to come back and at least for those 6 or 7 minutes he was able to hit his stride. I have no problems with him, no, getting in shape, physically, attitude-wise, wala namang problema kay James. Importante lang talaga is makuha niya talaga yung stride niya.
James Yap jumper. Oh, it rolls in.
James has had many big games in his career, and he will continue to have big games. So right now it's early in the season, but as you can see, he still has that magic touch where he can electrify the crowd. So we have to wait for the middle towards the end of the season on everything else, especially all the magical shots that he will be doing.
Yap. Oh my goodness!
Positive side to this loss is maybe this James game.
Para sa kanila to, although hindi lang maganda ang pero babawi tayo.
Today is only the second game of James Yap since September 30, 2021, but I'm sure we still have a lot more to look forward to in his game. But this time around, an import making a big impact for the TNT Tropang Giga is Jalen Hudson. With that being said, let's all watch our import spotlight.
tutuloy. But he found another room. Hudson finds a way on the other side of the basket. Wow. The imports are shooting the lights out here. Drive. Hindi na inabutan this time. 15 here, but Hudson is unstoppable on the offensive floor. Hudson, that will work. Great vision for this player. He's a top 50, top 100.
Get good balance for the jump hook.
Folks play. Oh, look at this. Rails in the tray. And Hudson makes it 67-66. He is now 21.
Dalawang former Letra Knights batting each other out. At nakisali pa si KJ McDaniels. He's not yet done. Commendable effort for KJ McDaniels. And guess what, coach? Second chance points na naman yan on that putback jam.
You see that guy with a 3-point play opportunity, Marcus Weathers. Wow. Impressive.
6'4.5", 25 pounds, a nice little shake.
Nagagawa niyo naman yung maputi, muntik ang mawala yung bola. That's what I mean. You have to have somebody protect the paint.
Some Blackwater fans here just behind us cheering.
Look at that shot.
Jonathan Simmons goes to work once again. Umatake, pagkita, tapos tira niya from that left side using the right hand off the glass.
And check out this move. We see the crossover.
Tropang Giga. This is Gina Rufino together with Coach Eric Reyes. And in that first half, that first quarter, both struggled in the very beginning, but Michael Qualls, who was coming off a very pedestrian first game this conference, really went on fire in that first half.
Well, he continued to attack, and that's something that he was that he tried. You know, you just have to continuously be aggressive, same as with Jason Castro, because that's one way that you can get back the rhythm of your game.
Michael Qualls, who was doing it from all over the floor, hit a couple of threes, took it strong to the cup, made his presence felt in the free throw line as well. Q2 we go. Here comes Stingray Nambatak with her teardrop off the glass. And Stingray was all over the place here in the second quarter.
Yes, the key for Stingray Nambatak is he did play very well in the previous game against Meralco, and he continues to be consistent with his performance.
And Big Bo Belga as well made his presence felt on both ends of the floor as he hits that triple. And let's take a look at the halftime stats here, Koji.
Well, it's clear that TNT really did struggle because they only scored they only had a 26% field goal shooting. They couldn't even reach the 20-point mark in each quarter that they played. Free throws alone, Rain or Shine has been very aggressive, always attacking the basket. One of them is Michael Qualls. Rebounding, they were out-rebounded. Points in the paint, Rain or Shine is really very aggressive on taking a lot of high percentage shots and getting a lot of those easy points off fast breaks.
Only 8 points in the paint here para sa TNT Tropang Giga, but they do rely on a 3-point shot a lot, and things haven't really been falling for them. Let's take a look at the leading scorers naman dito for both sides. Qualls leading the way with all scores with 18 points, followed by Stingray Nambatak with 8. Belga, Norwood, Karakot follow him. Sa kabila naman, Mikey Williams with 8 points. Jason Castro with 7 points. Machine Gun Kelly with 6. Pogoy and Hudson both with only 5 points. So those are the two big scorers in the first game of TNT, RR Pogoy and Hudson, and they both have a combined 10 points in the first half of this game.
Well, these are the things that have happened. I'm pretty sure Coach Jojo Lastimosa will make some adjustments come the second half. They just have to start out the game with more energy, because I feel that TNT is like one step late compared to the usual TNT that you normally see in every game.
Starting out with a 1-3-1 defense here, TNT is. Mikey Williams also starting this second half. As Stingray Nambatak hits that pull-up jumper, extending the lead here of the Rain or Shine, the last of Painters. Here's Hudson. He's got the Muses on him. 9 seconds in the shot clock here para sa TNT. Hudson fadeaway triple, draws the foul from the Muses.
Well, he's being hounded by great defenders. Yeah. Coach Yang started the Muses in the first half, and then used Gabe Norwood, even Borboran,
Ildefonso.
Even Ildefonso. So he's really throwing in a lot of players with a lot of long arms there to really hound this great scorer. He had why not? I mean, Coach Yang saw him score over 30 points in that game versus Phoenix, and definitely they were able to prepare against a good player like Jalen Hudson.
Well, they've controlled him. He only has 6 points in this ball game right now. So take a look at some of the fans at the Inada Center enjoying the game. Hudson, 2 for 3. Here's Nambatak. The Muses. Back to Nambatak. Stingray from downtown. Too strong. Kelly with the board. Here comes Mikey. Williams. He's got Big Bo Belga in front of him. Decides to go to Kelly. Back to Mikey. Mikey decides to attack. Loses the ball. And here comes Rain or Shine. Qualls got options. Pull-up jumper for Nambatak. And he continues to be hot.
He's not even like driving in the side, but he is really shooting the ball very well from 12 to 15 feet away.
Yeah, a lot of people say that that mid-range game is gone, but Stingray Nambatak made sure that it's still in full effect in this ball game. Hudson over to Mikey. Over to Pogoy for 3. Got it!
He can definitely spice things up here for TNT, just like how he did against Phoenix.
And it's 53-41 with 10 minutes and change here in the third period. Big Bo Belga over to Borboran. Borboran drives. Borboran to the corner. They go over to Qualls for 3. That's going to be off. Big Bo chases it down. It's going to end up in the hands of Cobontin. And here comes Pogoy for the easy layup. 2 quick offensive sets there for TNT. 5-0 run. It's down to a 10-point lead. And Coach Yang Giao calls for a timeout. So take a look at this fast break once again. Cobontin finds the streaking Pogoy. And RR with the top board finish. It's 53-43 with 9:52 left in the third.
Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest and best mobile network. All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any smart store near you. Lastly, activate your smart MNP SIM
and you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala. Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at takos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang. Nagliliyat, nagniningning. Mapatupunan, meron kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Game tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
TNT on a little bit of a run here to cut it down to 10 points. Here's Belga taking it inside the paint and scores off the glass.
But he used the size there over Jalen Hudson. Well, against Phoenix, TNT was also coming from behind to win that game, and it could be similar to the way these things really have been happening unless Rain or Shine really does something and prevent a big comeback here by TNT.
Mikey Williams just hit his third three-pointer of the ball game, down to a 9-point lead. Qualls with a hang time, but shoots over the basket. Here's RR. Looking for a teammate. It's back with Mikey. He's got Qualls in front of him. Over to Pogoy for three. Another triple for TNT. That is their ball game. When they start hitting from the outside, watch out. And here they come. It's down to only a 6-point advantage para sa Rain or Shine Lasa Painters.
Parehong-pareho eh. The way that's what's been happening in the previous game against Phoenix is the same way they are coming back. But of course, Stingray ng Batak will not allow and just give up just like that.
Birthday boy Stingray ng Batak with another triple in this ball game. Mikey Williams is going to head to the free throw line after a foul on Big Bo.
Yeah, that's the difficult part for Bo Belga, especially when it's like a pick and roll and he has to contend with a very quick player. But here, TNT is just getting a lot of those open looks for those three-point shots, and those guys are pretty deadly from that range.
It wasn't falling for them in the first half, and that's why there was a big lead also para sa Rain or Shine. But now things are starting to fall into place for the Tropang Giga as they cut that once 18-point lead down to single digits and within striking distance now. Mikey Williams has another free throw coming up.
Missed the first one.
Yep.
Missed both.
He's hit 3 threes and he's missed 2 free throws. Go figure. Qualls, corner triple, money.
But this is the time that his points are definitely, or his scoring is definitely needed. Nambatak is there. He's trying to put water on the uprising of TNT. And again, TNT hitting another 3-point shot.
It looks like a lot of the shots, most of the shots of TNT this half is coming from downtown. RR hit 2, Mikey hit, Kelly hit. And Kelly was hit as well. Let's take a look at this three-pointer from Michael Qualls and the answer from Machine Gun Kelly Williams.
The game of TNT is really revolving around the three-point line.
That's right.
So if you close out, or if they shoot bad from the three-point range, and that's the time that the advantage goes to Rain or Shine.
That's right.
So because since they're great shooters, when you close out, they can now drive, and they have a lot of guys who definitely drive well to the basket. So you just have to pick your poison, I guess, at this stage of the game. But so far, whatever Rain or Shine is doing, it's really working well for them because they are able to keep TNT and still have enough space. But look at Jalen Hudson finishing that shot.
He wanted a three-point play opportunity, but he's not going to get it. But that lead is now down to only 7. There's Jewel. Nambatak has been hot for Rain or Shine. Stingray slices the defense. Over to Borboran. 3 seconds in the shot clock. They got to let this go. Ponfarada, that's going to be a shot clock.
Yes, it's too late. He had a nice move, but he wasn't really aware of the clock, and he ran out of time to be able to still put in a decent shot.
So the run of TNT continues here. Here's Hudson. He's got Qualls in front of him. Hudson draws the foul from Jewel. And he's going to head to the free throw line. Nine points, 8 boards now for Jalen Hudson. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. And he rattles in the first free throw. Let's turn it over to Bea for this report.
Here are some halftime discussions for both teams. According to Coach Shandy Arispocochaga, TNT has been falling flat on their energy, which to him has been the result of not being able to get better attacks and executing their plays properly. Now, in this second half, with Rainer Shine's offensive rebounds and second chance point hurting the Tropangiga, a need to do better boxing out in transition and overall in-game decisions were highlighted. For Rainer Shine, on the other hand, they are relatively happy with how the team kept the lead in the first half. And according to Coach Caloy Garcia, before the third started, they were reminded to keep pushing the ball and do better on the defense till the last second. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat for that report, Ms. Bea. She mentioned the energy of TNT wasn't there. It was very evident that it was kind of missing in the first half, but it's here in the third.
I agree. I mean, the first 2 quarters, they came out flat. Yeah. Even the import is not really scoring as much the way he did very well. But again, that's the common tendency of TNT. That's basically what happened in Phoenix, and it's happening all over again. Of course, they definitely need to make some corrections because you cannot wait for the third quarter to make your move. Because if you're not as lucky as the previous game, then that's hard. But it's a great finish on the part of Nick Demuses.
And here comes Kelly Williams, who puts the ball on the floor, and despite being one of the older statesmen I don't want to say his age, but one of the older statesmen in the PBA, can still have a quickness off the dribble. Well, this was once an 18-point lead, but it's now been trimmed down to 5. That's the thing, no? If you're TNT, this is a team that we mentioned kanina, relies on the 3-point shot, and when they start hitting it, it's like everybody kind of they feel it. Like there's the energy.
It's contagious.
It's contagious.
It's contagious. Everyone starts to score. Earlier, Coach Yang was really got into the case of Joel Ponferrada because it was like a round robin for Kelly Williams going in the lane for that layup. But here, so far, the defense of TNT really has been working, most especially trying to really give Rainer Shine not really good looks.
At that time, the defense naman of TNT was in full effect from the block of Hudson on Qualls that leads to that fast break opportunity and a foul on Rainer Shine.
See, they were able to really have a good challenge, but look at the way how far Hudson was against Qualls. That length, that long arms was still able to block that shot.
Here's Mikey Williams. Over to Hudson. Hudson will attack. Hudson draws another foul.
See, that's what happens when the Muses closes out. That's the time Hudson drives. So the big question mark here is the Muses doing enough to deny him the ball? Because if he does not have a ball, he's out of the equation.
Hudson takes care of the first free throw. You can take a gander at the FIBA. Of course, the Philippine Arena is going to be hosting the next window for the FIBA Asia. And you saw the prizes there on your screens. Philippine Arena, of course, hosted the Game 7 of last conference's PBA Finals with record numbers.
54,000.
54,000.
Crazy number.
Hopefully we get those numbers when the World Cup comes to town. There's a steal. Here comes Qualls. He's all alone.
Rim rocker. Woo! He can definitely sky.
They make it look so easy.
What a gifted athlete he is.
Hudson. 5-point advantage. Hudson for 3. Gets that one to fall. And it's down to a 2-point advantage for Rainer Shine.
It's definitely the same story as what happened in Phoenix. The slow start of TNT. Now that they're back, it's a different ball game now.
Joel Ponferrada misses that 3-point attempt. And TNT can tie or take the lead in this possession. Bodies on the floor. Kelly Williams and Jewel. But a foul is going to be called on Demuses. As we take a look at this fast break once again of
highlight.
Rain or Shine. This could be in the highlight reel.
Beautiful reverse slam there. Throwdown.
And then on the other end, Hudson with the long bomb, cutting it down to a 2-point advantage.
But they're starting to score more now.
He only had 5 points in the first half. He's definitely picked up his offense here in the third period. As Justin Chua checks in for Machine Gun Kelly. Norbert Torres as well checks into the ball game for Jewel Ponferrada. Hudson misses that second free throw. Still a 1-point lead here para sa Rain or Shine. But momentum definitely on the side of TNT. Here's Demuses being hounded by Hudson. 8 seconds of shot clock. There's a steal by Hudson. Hudson fouled by Anton. He's going to head back to the free throw line.
Well, here's another guy that they definitely, Rain or Shine, needs to start scoring from the outside. One of their best three-point shooters in Anton Asistio. But of course, look at the way things just start to heat up here for Jalen Hudson, because now he's playing better defense. You know, it's his defense, it's him making stops, steals, that's really fueling his game.
He has missed a couple of free throws, however. Big Mike Nieto checks in the ball game here para sa Rain or Shine.
TNT already has 28 big points here in this quarter alone. Previously, they had 17 in the first, 19 in the second.
We are tied at 65 all. Down by 18 early in this ball game, the second period. The three-point shot is such a great weapon here for the TNT Tropang Giga, but Norbert Torres all alone down low.
That's a good look.
Yep. Good find by Asistio. Bogoy for three. Got it!
This is where the breakdown happens on the part of Rain or Shine. This is where this quarter is where Rain or Shine is now struggling. They're not even scoring 20 points in this quarter alone.
Asistio answers with his own triple. And back and forth we go now. Back to a 2-point lead for Rain or Shine.
They also have to start locating the shooters because Pogoy and even Hudson is getting free.
Hudson, tough shot from distance, no good. Here's Nieto. Over to Anton. Now with Borboran off the glass, can't finish. Hudson with a rebound. Well, that was a gimme by Mark Borboran. RR. Over to MGR, finds Mikey. Mikey, elbow jumper, too strong. And another rebound there by Qualls. Asistio finds Norbert Torres all alone down low. The two of them look like they enjoy playing with each other. As the Rain or Shine Elaso Painters stop the run of TNT. Norbert Torres, another easy bucket for him down low. It's 72-68 with 3:09 left here in the third.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga, halika. Sige na dali na, napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumigina.
If you're just joining us, the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters had an 18-point lead in the second period, and they still had a comfortable advantage at the break, but TNT coming strong here in the third period. They actually took the lead at 1 point before Rain or Shine answered, and it's now a 4-point advantage para sa Lasso Painters.
So Jason Castro is called for a technical foul for not reporting. Well, he's also trying to explain to the officials that he already advised them when he came in. Unfortunately, for some reason they didn't hear. Or maybe he was really a blur.
Hindi nakita. Sobrang bilis ni Jason.
Hindi napansin ng mga officials doon sa table.
Well, for that technical, Anton Asisio takes care of it free throw.
Steady free throw shooting there by Anton. And, that 1-3-1 defense by TNT. And definitely Anton is going to be a key element for Rain or Shine to hit those 3-point shots.
Mikey Williams. Step back, fadeaway jumper is good.
He was just like dancing against Norbert Torres, and there's really nothing much Norbert can do because of that great dribbling skills.
Here's Asisio. Got Castro in front of him. Over to Gabe. Norwood finds Qualls. Qualls gets the foul from Justin Chua.
Just came in so fast in the lane, but that was a nice bounce pass there by Gabe. Beautiful pass there. Nakabuelo eh. Chua is a tall player already. But yet if you give Qualls enough space to take off.
Running start pa.
Nakabuelo eh.
Takes care of it, second free throw.
I like the fight back here by Rain or Shine. They're trying to weather the storm and the way TNT has really been performing here in the third quarter.
Mikey Williams for three. If he starts getting even hotter, Rain or Shine could be in trouble. But right now, the Lasso Painters still hold a 1-point advantage. Anton. Looking for a teammate. Got Big Mike. Back to Asisio for three. Answers the triple of Mikey Williams with his own.
These are quality minutes by Anton Asisio. He's really a 3-point shooter or 3-point specialist.
That's right. Oh, it's raining threes right now at the NR Center. RR Pogoy's turn to hit from distance. Qualls over to Big Mike. Why not?
Big shootout here.
Yeah. Qualls over to Torres and Norbert. Torres takes care of that one.
He has been a good recipient by all those drop passes, even in the zone. Part of that zone break is like a flash by the big man.
RR Pogoy in and out that time. Here's Asisio. Advance pass to Qualls. Qualls puts it up off the glass, gets it to fall, and said, "Where's the foul?"
Nice fight back here by Rain or Shine.
Yeah, you kind of knew that TNT was going to make a run at some point in this ball game.
I mean, this is a good team right here with a lot of talented players.
Yeah.
So for sure, they will make that run.
So how you answer that run would be the question for Coach Yang. And you see Anton Asisio and R. Pogoy. Let's take a look at this once again. There was contact there, but decided Qual said, "I'm too strong."
Showing off his muscles.
Kisses the guns. Asisio. Big Mike over to Norbert. Torres for three. He can hit that and does.
Whoa. Even Norbert is getting into the feel of the shooting here.
Parang 3-point shootout na eh.
Lahat tumitira eh.
There's Castro. Stops on a dime, kicks it out to MGR. Gives it up to Mikey. 5 seconds on the shot clock here for TNT. Jason, over to Coponti. Nice.
Beautiful pass. Nahuling rotation on the opposite side.
So 16 seconds on the shot clock in the game. An offensive foul is going to be called on Gate Norwood.
Not so sure. He gave up that ball so far already.
Oh, he doesn't like the call. Let's take a look at this.
Ang layo eh.
I don't know.
The reaction of Gate. I mean, he gave up that ball already. It was just like cutting in the lane.
And we saw, I mean, I don't want to say he flopped again, but we saw a flopping call already on Justin Chua in the first half.
I mean, if you compare the two, the two instances, baka mas malakas pa yung Bangani Norbert Torres in the first half.
Chua with some hand time and finishes with the reverse.
Versatility by the big man.
We're going to be in for a fantastic fourth quarter as both teams have caught fire here in the third period. It was once an 18-point lead, but it's now down to only 4. Fourth and final coming up.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi ng mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos at bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang. Naglili at nagniningning. Mapatipunan, ang pamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
When you have the power of the fastest speed, when you have the power of the widest coverage, you get the best overall experience, best gaming, best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your...
Fourth and final underway. This is smart coverage of your PBA with Gene Rapino together with Coach Eric Reyes as Mikey Williams hits another triple. And it's back to a 1-point lead for Rain or Shine.
Well, the tempo of this game is totally different than the first half for both teams.
Nieto sends it over to Gabe. Now with Anton for 3. Got it!
Oh, Anton. Really a special, what do you call it? Like a specialist.
Specialist.
Yeah, specialist from the 3-point range.
83-87 is the score. Jason Castro with the ball. The switch. He's got big Mike Nieto on him. Over to Cobantin. Now Justin Chua. Justin Chua with a fake. Puts it on the floor. Off the glass, and that's good.
You know, those are the things that you don't, expect Justin Chua to do. But because of, all the being a role player at that, he's been working on his game a lot.
Foul going to be called there on Jason Castro on the floor. Now that run of TNT in the third period, a lot of that happened when actually Stingray Nambatak was not on the floor.
Coming in now with fresh legs. I mean, TNT had 44 points in the third quarter.
Norbert Torres for 3. Not that time. Rebound in the hands of Castro. Jason. Over to Mikey Williams. Mikey spins, puts it up off the glass, and that's good.
That was a nice kiss off the glass using that pectus right there.
Yeah, yung pectus, tamang-tama eh.
Sakto.
It's a tough angle for that.
And plus there was challenge also from Norbert.
Anton. Asisio, nice pass once again to Torres. And Glenn Cobentin had to give up that foul.
Rain or Shine has been doing a good job on that pick and roll. They are able to always get that ball in to the rollers going to the basket, even in the first half.
So take a look at this once again. That's a tough angle for that type of a layup. Well, he makes it look easy.
You could see the hand when he flipped it. That spin really helped out a lot to kiss it off the glass.
Norbert Torres takes care of the first free throw.
And Norbert's having a great game here. He's been a nice zone breaker, just flashing and waiting under the basket for those drop passes. He has 1 3-point shot also. He's already in double figures in this game.
The former LaSalle big man making his presence felt here against the TNT Tropang Giga.
He's got 12 points in the game.
2-point lead, rain or shine. Mikey Williams has caught fire here in the second half. Mikey creating some space, puts up another three, not that time. Rebound in the hands of Big Mike. Here's Tambata. Stingray over to Nieto. Nieto to Torres. Norbert against Justin Chua, puts it up, no good.
Teammates are really looking at him. Every time they drive in the basket, they go drop pass to Norbert Torres.
Well, he's been delivering. Lambata against Hudson. And a foul is going to be called on the import of TNT.
And that's the big difference on the part of Rain or Shine. They're just not relying on the three-point shot. Even in the first half, we've seen a lot of points in the paint by Rain or Shine because they keep on flashing, they keep on giving a lot of those drop passes or driving.
Stingray ng Batak. Birthday boy Stingray ng Batak takes care of the first free throw. And he takes care of the second one. 91-87 is the score. 9:22 left to go in the ball game. Jason Castro bumped out of bounds.
Giggles in Norbert. He was able to really stay in front of Jason, but at the last second, I mean, he still fouled. He got that lane pretty much covered already. But that was great effort on the part of Torres to at least, try to slide against a very quick Jason Castro.
Tungkab checking in the ball game, giving Mikey Williams a little bit of a breather. 8 seconds in the shot clock here para sa TNT. Jason Castro drives. Castro looking for the foul, did not get anything. Here's Nambata. Using the Torres screen. Stingray. Back to Norbert. Norbert puts it up, no good. And a jump ball situation looks like it's going to be called on Pogoy and Nieto. Coach Yang Yao,
as always, animated.
Sometimes when I was still a courtside reporter, I would get so distracted just watching him all the time.
You don't even need to go close to the huddle.
You can hear him.
You can hear him. When he starts balling out players, you could tell that Coach Yang is pissed.
Hudson for three. Off to the left. A rebound there by Stingray ng Batak. And the foul is going to be called on Tungkab. Jojo Lastimosa. Head coach Jojo Lastimosa. And Coach Yang Giao. That was a very quick rest for Mikey Williams.
Yes, they need him back there. He's playing a great game, especially when you have to sub out Jason Castro. You need firepower there.
Gabe over to Nieto. Nieto for 3. Short. Mikey with a rebound.
Mike needs to hit that. They're leaving him already. He has missed 2 shots from the outside.
Hudson with a tough layup and gets it to go. Back to a 2-point advantage for Rain or Shine.
The team that executes better here in the stretch will definitely have a good chance of winning this game.
Nambatak against Tongkap. Nambatak gets away, puts it up high off the glass. Hudson with a rebound. Hudson fouled by Dave Norwood.
Nice shot fake there on the part of Hudson. Could have been trapped already under the basket, but he used that shot fake to get Gabe Norwood off his feet.
And the momentum of Gabe carried him to Hudson, and which caused that foul. It's 91-89 with 7:35 left in the fourth. We'll be right back.
Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any smart store near you. Lastly, activate your smart MNP SIM
and you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala. Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang. Nagliliyat, nagniningning. Mapatupunan, meron kamunan. Laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alburo to. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Yung tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's go, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito.
7:31 left on the clock, 91-89. Pogoy misses. That's going to be tapped out of bounds and go to the Elasta Painters. Karapot back in the game para sa Rain or Shine, as is Bo Belga. Here's Qualls. Almost tipped away there by Hudson. Norwood can't hit the long jumper. Kelly Williams with the rebound. Tongkap spins,
nice
gets away,
move.
puts it up, tough shot.
That's a great move there.
Woo!
You know, he doesn't really score as much, but he makes it. He definitely makes an impact when he starts to score that way.
Kelly against Bo. And the spin draws the foul from Machine Gun.
Bo forgot to throw it up. If he was able, if he heard that call already,
put it up and get the free
throws. You
throws.
have to put it up.
Yep. Tied ball game at 91 all. Didn't quite see that one, but here's Karakot. Karakot over to Nambatak. Stingray. Swing it over to Belga. 4-3. Not that time. Rebound. Battle. Qualls.
Oh, look at the way Qualls fought for that ball. Well, he can't call the timeout anymore.
Yeah.
When he's on the floor like that.
On his back.
Yes.
That rule changed earlier this season.
He tried to the way I see it, he tried to put his hand on his shoulder to call a timeout.
Yep.
But they don't allow that anymore.
The rule is, if I'm correct, if you're kneeling, it's okay. If you're on your back or seated down, you can't anymore.
Although he was given free throws, there was a foul.
There was a foul. There was a foul,
and TNT is already in penalty. But the foul came first before the timeout. Before him calling a timeout. Solid numbers from Michael Qualls.
He only finished with 14 points in the first game of the conference. He's up to 27 right now.
He doubled it already.
Yep.
With still 6 minutes left in the game.
Mikey Williams got Caraco to beat. Over to Kelly. Kelly Williams with a nice layup there. And TNT now with a 93-92 advantage.
They're now up.
Belga. Over to Caraco. Nambatak for three. No good. Tongkab with the rebound. Here comes TNT. Hudson gets away. The layup's good. Qualls wants to answer on the other end. Puts it up. Draws the foul and heads to the free throw line.
And it's a good move by Qualls. Didn't really wait anymore for that defense to set. But the problem now for Rain or Shine is they're not really hitting that outside shot the way they used to hit those a while ago.
Anton Asisio, who hit 4 threes in this ball game, has been subbed out. Get a little bit of a rest.
Minambata, Karakut, those are the players that definitely need to shoot if Asisio is on the bench.
Mikey Williams trying to get rid of the Caraco defense. And Andre is going to foul him. Mikey for three. Too strong. Rebound Tongkab. Here's Hudson. Over to Pogoy. Wide open for the corner triple. That's money.
You cannot leave Pogoy wide open like that.
R.R. Pogoy has played really well in this ball game. And a foul is going to be called there on TNT. And Qualls will head back to the free throw line.
For TNT, they have to continuously move that ball very well. And look at the way they really space out and get those shooters to be free. But on the other hand, rain or shine, they're not really hitting their shots, but they're finding Michael Qualls even before TNT is able to set up their offense or their defense.
Jason Castro entering the game for the final 5:07. Try and close this one out for TNT. They came back from an 18-point deficit as Qualls misses both free throws.
Sayang yan. This game has been really close.
Well, both sides have missed several uncharacteristic free throws in this ball game. Hudson against Big Bull. Hudson attacks. Hudson, no good in that attempt. Qualls gets it. Qualls over to Belga. Now Nambatak. Nambatak, Qualls. Tough shot with Hudson all over him. Kelly Williams cleans the glass. Here's Mikey. Dancing with Gabe and a Big Bull. Gives it up. Almost tipped out by Demusis. 8 seconds of shot clock here para sa TNT. Castro lets it fly for three. And here comes rain or shine. Stingray to
what
Big
a play.
Bull.
What a, oh! Sayang yun. That could have been a real great play. And they executed it with a lot of quickness before TNT could read what they were going to do.
2 missed free throws of Qualls and a missed layup by Big Bull Belga. This game could have been tied. Instead, it's still a 4-point advantage for the TNT Tropang Giga. Yeah, but rain or shine, actually getting some looks, just not being able to convert.
Complete different compared to the first half.
And Mikey Williams catching fire in the second half. 21 points, 9 boards, and 7 dimes already for Mikey.
And close to a triple-double right there, Gino.
Yeah. 5 of 9 from deep.
Compared to his first.
Seven left in the fourth.
When you have the power of the fastest speed. When you have the power of the widest coverage. You get the best overall experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve. That's the power of Smart.
Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga.
Look at the scoring there by quarter for Mikey Williams. 2 in the first, 6 in the second, but caught fire in the third, and he has 5 so far in the fourth.
The key was really the third quarter, because that's the time when TNT scored 44 points.
Here's Hudson. Step back triple, short. Here's the Muses. Important possession here para sa rain or shine. And it's going to be a turnover. Stingray looking for a foul, didn't get it.
Both teams complaining in that last place, in their respective last place.
Mikey will attack over to Kelly Williams for 3. Short.
Oh, rain or shine was very slow to the ball there.
Big Bo Belga called for a foul.
They got that ball already. The ball bounced in front of their defense, and Jason Castro beat them to it.
Well, Jason Castro is faster than most of this world.
Pero sayang, especially when you're down, and if it's a possession ball game, those extra possessions will definitely help, especially if you're already starting to struggle shooting from the outside.
Here's Castro to Chua. Elbow jumper, money.
Wow. I mean, Justin Chua really playing his role very well in this game.
It's now up to a 6-point advantage para sa TNT. They were down 18 in the first half. Qualls off the board, no good. Rebound Hudson.
Yeah, I feel that Qualls, he played so well in the start, but sometimes he just has a tendency to go out of control.
Yeah. Siguro napapagod na rin.
Yeah, nagigigil eh. I mean, gusto niyang bumawi. He wants to help the team. But, unfortunately, but a big rebound right there. Another bad pass again by Qualls.
Castro on the break. Castro almost loses it. Over Pogoy for 3. Overcooks it. Here comes Qualls on the break. Stutter step, draws the foul. He's going to head back to the free throw line. Qualls, last time he was at the free throw line, missed 2 free throws. Let's see if he...
So many opportunities for rain or shine here. And they're just like missing out.
Takes care of the first free throw.
Although this is still a long way to go with 2 minutes left and the game is still very close. But definitely rain or shine has to make their move now.
And 1 for 2 From
Missed
the free
throws
line.
again. Yes. This is big, especially how close this game turned out to be.
5-point lead for the TNT Tropang Giga. 1:55 left here in the fourth and final. We'll be right back.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga, halika. Sige na dali na, napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alabaha. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala? Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagusak bawat sulok. Mabangis kumiginang ang lahat nahihibang, naglili at nagniningning. Mapatipunan, meron kamunan, laban kong laban sa bayanan. Isang bansa, isang bansa. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon natin tayo dito.
RR Pogoy in this ball game was really consistent throughout for all 4 quarters. And right now he's up to 22 points, 3 rebounds, 8 of 16 from the floor.
Yeah, 50% field goal shooting for RR Pugoy. 22 big points. One of the reasons why TNT is already ahead in this game.
Kind of was the one that kept them in the ball game somewhat in the first half. But can they do the finishing touches here in the fourth against the Rain or Shine Elasa Painters? Rain or Shine looking for their first win of the conference. TNT looking for back-to-back victories.
Another turning point that Coach Jojo did very well was to switch to a 1-3-1 defense.
That's right.
That really helped out in the third quarter.
Almost a steal there, but a foul given up by Rain ng Batak.
It's penalty already.
Yep. Here's Castro. 12 seconds in the shot clock here for TNT. Hudson, 4 seconds in the shot clock. 3. Hudson's got to let this fly. Did he get it off in time? I guess he did.
Well, there was a separation on the part of Gabe Norwood and Jalen Hudson. Nagkaroon ng switch. It was Bo Belga who took him.
Qualls misses the three-pointer.
Well, this is tough for Rain or Shine. They were leading and doing a good job in the first half. In certain stretches in the third, they were able to match the shooting of TNT. But at this stage of the game, they're really having a difficulty scoring here.
Qualls lets it fly again. This time he drills it.
That's big.
4-point advantage for TNT. A minute and change to go in the fourth. Here's Castro. We get the switch. Chua almost loses it. Yes, he does. Here comes Nambatak. Qualls puts it up and in. And just like that, we have a 2-point game with 44.6 left.
Qualls is just simply making it happen. He did struggle in the previous plays here, but he's making it up because of that 3-point shot and that nice layup.
Personal 5-0 run for Qualls. We got to switch once again. Mikey's got Belga on him.
Oh, that's big.
That could be it.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts.
After cutting it down to 2, Mikey Williams brings it back up to 5. Qualls. Over to Norwood for the corner triple. That's going to be no good. And Mikey Williams with the backbreaker of a 3-pointer, giving them a 5-point advantage. And DeMuses is not even going to foul him now.
Another tough escape by TNT here.
18 points down in the second period. Mikey Williams catches fire in the third and brings them home with the dagger 3-pointer to end this game and outlast the Rain or Shine Elasa Painters.
Well, this is really a big comeback here by TNT. That 44-point output, team output in the third quarter was the turning point of this game.
Best player of the ball game, well, Mikey Williams.
Well, you gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he did struggle in the game against Phoenix, you know, and he didn't. It seems that he wasn't as inspired as he was in this game. But you know, all these great players, they would have their days, some struggles here and there. But despite all those struggles, the greatness still will always prevail. And 24, 10, and 7 solid stat line for Mikey Williams.
6 of 10 from downtown for the former NBA G League player. Final score, TNT with the W, 105-100. And the games tomorrow happening at the Inares Center. Meralco taking on Terraferma at 4:30. NLEX taking on Northport at 6:45. We are going to be leaving you with the press room. So for everybody at Sports 5, and of course for Eric Reyes, my name is Gino Rufino. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Good evening.
When you have the power of the fastest speed. When you have the power of the widest coverage. You get the best overall experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and downloading.
That's why Smart is the only one awarded as the Philippines' best mobile network.
Switch to the power you deserve.
That's the power of Smart. Did you know that you can switch networks but still keep your number? Now you can go with the Philippines' fastest
and best mobile network.
All it takes are 3 easy steps.
First, secure your unique subscriber code from your current provider.
Visit our website or any Smart store near you. Lastly, activate your Smart MNP SIM.
And you're ready to go.
Unleash the power of the Philippines' best mobile network. Switch to the power of Smart.
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga. Halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas. Ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Hanggang alabaha, di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi.
Press conference, we are joined by the winning coach, Coach Jojo Lastimosa, and our best player of the game, Mikey Williams. Coach, congratulations. When I spoke to Coach Sandy earlier before the second half started, he mentioned the team's game in the first half to be a little flat than usual. But in the third quarter, the team produced 44 points in total. Coach, what exactly was the discussion like in the dugout before the third quarter started?
What did I say? I think we just gave credit to their defense, to Rain or Shine's defense, because they were really playing really good basketball. And sometimes if you don't give the opponent credit, it means that you are, sometimes you have to give them credit in order for you to do something in that game. So again, this is usual that, it was. They knew exactly what they wanted to do because we shot poorly.
Now, Mikey, in the first half, you scored 8 points. In the second, you scored a total of 16 points. Talk me through the adjustments and basically just the whole, atmosphere during the half that really made you want to switch.
My teammates been telling me to stay aggressive. I've been slowly trying to gradually find a rhythm. I feel like I'm not totally 100% right now, but I'm pushing through. And, second half, I just tried to be aggressive and just try to make plays, not only for myself, but for my teammates. We knew it was going to be a gut-wrenching win, and we knew we had to toughen it out, because it was really a struggle in the first half to find a rhythm and try to get in sync. And we finally found it in the second half towards the fourth quarter.
When you have the power of the fastest speed. When you have the power of the widest coverage. You get the best overall experience. Best gaming. Best streaming and